Hello, guys, and welcome to another video from Between the Ropes TV. I've got Yas with me, and we're going to go through the Haney Kambosos 2 fight, which is going to be happening this weekend from Australia. Yas, considering how the first fight went, where do you rank this fight in terms of how highly or how excited you are to see it, considering the context of the other fights that are taking place this weekend, because it's quite a packed weekend for boxing. You've got Wilder, Helenius, which we broke down. You've got Shields, Marshall, which we broke down, and then you've got this one as well as the Probellum card. Just how excited for this fight are you?
Yeah, well, obviously, for boxing fans in general, this week is probably like Christmas. This is like an early Christmas present, right?
Yes.
You've got
Yeah.
four, major. These are big events, especially the Shields and obviously Wilder coming back. That's of course going to cause some kind of attention with the whole, the whole Fury saga that happened, etc. So it's kind of like, but anyways, moving on from that. For me, this fight is kind of, I feel like it's not up there as the fight that most boxing fans would be looking forward to, and I say that purely because of how dominant that first fight was for me and how conclusively Devin Haney actually won that fight for me. For me, I feel as though this fight is probably, I feel like the fight that would have probably in an ideal world would have seen, Devin Haney move on after putting on such a dominant performance. But we know how boxing is and how politics is. There was a rematch clause, but in that fight, so obviously the rematch clause was activated and it's got to happen. But in saying that, one thing we can do is give credit to these fighters is that the quick turnaround of how quick the fight is happening, because we know rematch clauses in other fights, etc. They usually drag out to like a year or so. But fair play to these guys. It's been what? I think
The only fought in June. The only fought in
exactly
June.
four months, and they're back out straight away. So I feel like that will do Devin Haney a world of good in terms of firstly keeping him active and moving on in his career.
How do you see the fight going? Do you see it going the same way? Do you think Kambosos has learned from any mistakes he made in the Haney fight?
I see the fight. I see Devin Haney putting in a dominant performance, and purely because look at all the stuff that he had to go through in the first. Like we had in the first fight, we had there was uncertainty of if his dad was gonna be able to
That's
make
right.
it to
That's
Australia.
right.
All
Yeah.
of them kind of issues have been ironed out now, and obviously we
Mm.
know how a fighter's team is very important, and you know what I mean. They need them there with them, and that could make a difference between that familiar voice in the corner and to just keep you in check for fight night. So he's ironed out all them issues. Obviously, he's fought in the big arena. He's handled the big stage. He's been the away fighter. He knows what he kind of needs to do. And I feel like the way he beat him the first time, he's just got to stick to that. I feel like he doesn't need to do anything significantly different because he done everything perfect the first time round. And I feel like as long as he sticks to his game plan and he boxes smart, like how he did last time, he can win this fight.
What does Kambosos need to do to win more rounds in this fight? What does he need to do to actually win the fight?
He needs to make Devin Haney fight. I feel as though he needs to just try and rough him up and make him uncomfortable in there. But can he do that? I don't think so, because Haney's sharp. Like he's accurate. Obviously, he's not known as like the biggest puncher, but he's sharp. He's accurate. He's got a good jab. He's got good speed. So he's one of them fighters where like you want to hit him, but he's already hit you twice before you even thought about where you're trying to hit him. He's just very good. He's very, very like, and the way he dealt with the occasion. And I believe this fight is going to happen in a smaller arena, right? Like,
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure, but whether it's going to be a smaller arena or not.
I feel like he's confidence. I feel like he knows. Like, obviously, I can beat this guy easily. I will beat. I feel he will beat him. I feel like there's no way Kambosos can beat him because Haney's not going to get dragged into that kind of fight. He's too smart for that. And although there's the argument of people saying, obviously, because of how dominant Haney won last time, he should try go in there and put it on him and get him out of there. I just feel as though that could pose a risk, because when you do that, you leave yourself open to getting countered and all that kind of stuff. And in boxing, all it takes is one shot, especially at the elite level. So for me, he's got to stay smart, stay behind that jab, just use his speed, and he'll win the fight for me.
And
He can win the
Kambosos
fight
can
for sure.
punch. Kambosos can punch.
Exactly.
Let's get that straight. Let's get that straight. All right, and Yas. Well, there you've heard it, guys. You've heard Yas's breakdown of the fight. You've heard the way Yas is believing the fight is going to go. Tell us whether you agree or disagree in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video.